Andrew McGahan for SevereMMA, standing alongside Paddy the Hooligan Holohan here at Clan Wars. And Paddy, thank you very much for that flying triangle tip. Really appreciate it. But let's go back a little bit. A tough fight for you in Halifax. But as I said to someone in Stockholm, if Paddy Holohan was ever going to lose to anyone, I think he'd like to lose to the local guy coming in on 5 days' notice, because it seems like something you would be in.
Of course, definitely. You know what I mean? I said it to him right after that. You know what I mean? Take this moment in. I just had this, and you know what I mean? Yeah, Chris seemed like a really good guy. He wasn't a hard head, as I said. You know what I mean? And hats off to him. You know what I mean? He got 50 grand, and he's been putting his time in for a little while, and it pays off. And it's good to see good things happen to good people. Just he had to rob money off. Expensive though, you know. Did
you hear anything about it during the week? Because he seemed shocked when he made weight. There was rumours going around that he'd actually never made 125 or 126 at all. And when he got on the stage, I think he apologised to Joe Silva or Sean Shelby.
I know he was going to have problems making weight, because I was trying to mess with his brain a little bit in the corner, and he was asking like, what do we do if we don't make weight and things like that, and I just
nothing. You get fired.
Nothing. I get your money. That's what I was thinking. No, I was just winding him up about things, and it's just play, you know.
I read something since then. I think it was with Pizzi, who does our interviews, that you have already learned from the loss. You've already rectified the mistakes. If you don't mind me asking, what were they?
Look, technical mistakes as well, but getting there, and I was expecting doubling again. I think, you know what I mean, when I came out, even at the weigh-in, and it was a little bit lower level than what I thought. You know what I mean? It's going out, and I need to make sure that I whip all of that out of my head now from now. You know what I mean? And then the technical things, pushing off the fence, I should have stepped back rather than stepped in, and that would have changed the whole fight. You know what I mean? I had the first round, and that mistake happened early in the second round. If I had took us back with that, you know what I mean? It's just, it is what it is. You know what I mean? We're on to the next one.
Yeah, well, if you don't mind, one final thing. People were saying, you know, with John in Sweden, it was going to be tough. You've had John, and you haven't had John before, but in my opinion, maybe he could have talked you through the rear naked choke at the end of the first round when you had the back. You know, he's watching it from an outside perspective. 100%. Do you think this was a good mistake to happen now, so early in your UFC career, instead of maybe 3 or 4 fights down the line when you've got guys in different continents?
Well, yeah, well, look, I like to prove to myself that like, I can tick boxes, you know what I mean? And going out there, even before I said it, I wanted to know that I could just go out to Canada, be with Ash, be with Artem, you know what I mean? And just to kind of take on the UFC nearly on my own, you know what I mean? Because look, I know when years go down the line and I'm a coach and I'm going to have my own fighters and like kids, and like I want to be able to tell them, you know what I mean? I want to make steps. I don't want to walk into the door without having to tick them boxes myself, you know what I mean? I want to be able to tell them actually what it feels like, and that was a good opportunity, so I jumped on that, you know what I mean? And I know one thing that John would have told me, and you're probably telling me in my corner already, you know what I mean? It was a hostile place, it was loud, you didn't see me walking in and all, you know what I mean? It was a little bit weird, you know what I mean? But I should have came up onto my elbow rather than fighting on the hands, and they're the things, you know what I mean?
When you said on to the next one, when is the next one? Have you got any contact from the UFC, any plans? You're smiling, so I think maybe there was a little bit of word.
No word at all.
Are you lying, Paddy?
No. You know what I mean? They're the boys. They just sort it out. John sends me the names and the thing, and I'm trying to get back on as soon as possible. You know what I mean? I want to get in there, and I think we're at pay dirt now. You know what I mean? I'm digging that shit till I'm rich.
Are you the type of guy that's going to enjoy his Christmas, or would you be watching yourself just in case? Like with Neil Seery pulling out, did it ever occur to you maybe ring Andy Ryan and say, look, Neil's out, I'll step in? I want to go to Australia.
I would have been straight onto that fight. I would have been all over it, like, and I even messaged Neil, and like it's horrible to hear that Neil got hurt, and like I want to see him recovering, I want to see him doing well, I want to see all the Irish do well, but I think Australia is a little bit too far, a little bit too soon, you know what I mean? Especially after the Canada fight. It's jumping around, and then like can I say that? No. it's just there's a little bit of travelling to be done in the future, you know what I mean? Soon. So
there is something coming up soon.
There's always something coming up, you know that.
Well, Paddy, the only thing I ask is that off camera or something like that, you give us notice, because it's very expensive following all of you around the world, you know. I wanted to go to Canada, I have to say, you know, as you said, see different places. Yeah. We were in Vegas, trip up to Canada, and I suppose for you, though, one of the things you said is that the chance to get to see the world, you know, you're from Tala, and I believe you're up. I believe you're nominated for Tala Person of the Year 2014.
Yeah, for the category of sport and youth. Yeah, I'm nominated for Tala Person of the Year, which is pretty cool, because there's more people in Tala than there is in Iceland.
Really?
Yeah, over 300,000 people in Tala.
If you don't mind me asking, who else is nominated for that category?
I actually don't know. But he might go
One
missing.
person.
But he might go missing. I'm only messing with you.
Paddy, we appreciate the time.
Thank you very much.
Best
brother.
luck.
You'll have a
Thank
good
you.